Into the DNVR Avalanche pregame show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. Rudo, Meghan, Blais coming at you live from the Dope Studio B. There's a little thing called the NFL Draft going on tonight. So.
We got booted back, but I mean, if this studio was over on the other side, this would be the best studio.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome.
The studio is fire. For the show, studio amazing. This room for watching a game,
brutal.
Not the best. Not the best. But either way, no, there's no way. AJ is going to be like out of cell service when we get to the post game. Either way, Avs are taking on the Preds tonight. An interesting one. Not really for the Avs. Well, I guess, it is interesting for the Avs. There's some implications on who the Avs could play, potentially, based on the results of this game. Mikko Rantanen back in the lineup. Let's just start right there. Expectations tonight. Lazy Mikko, or do you think he'll come back ready to show some energy?
I think he'll come back ready to show some energy. There might be some rest, but I don't think it'll be a lack of effort on his part.
He was the guy a couple of years ago that it was like every time he would take 2 weeks off, he'd show up and have a 4-point night. So
Mikko Rantanen, 4.9.
There you go. Book it. Put it in the DraftKings right there. We'll see. It's a continued rotation for the Avs. There's still Alex Newhook out tonight. Anyone who has 95% or below on the health meter.
Well, Bednar didn't even say. He just is giving him the night off, basically. So
right.
He's been playing great.
Right. I'm sure he's like, I got a sore hammy or something, If you're not 100%, you're basically not playing if they don't need you. So
I do want to go back to that Mikko.
Go.
I mean, because AJ is under the impression that he never plays up to his potential. So what are we talking about when he comes back? He's going to play like he's played all year? Or he's going to take a little bit off?
Are we going to see playoff Mikko or...
I don't think you're going to see playoff Mikko.
Yeah, me either. To be honest.
Mikko, how he's played all year, has come in many flavors.
True.
So it's really hard to say with that.
Been pretty inconsistent. Not wrong on that front.
It's just funny when AJ goes into it because, you understand it, but then you look at what he puts up, and one of those things is just his style. Like, I don't know if he would be as productive if he was like all out hustle Mikko.
Well, the strategy the Avs have deployed for the past 2 weeks is the strategy Mikko's been deploying for the entire season.
Apply pressure is needed.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just at that next level, so it just looks like that out there.
Well, I honestly, we'll have to have a show about this at some point, but that's one of the big questions for the Avs going into the playoffs is, will we see Mikko turn it up to...
Yeah.
Not that Mikko's not a great player. The dude's been in the top 10 in points for most of the year. Now, don't want to take anything away from him, but I think everybody knows, especially on the physicality side, there's another level there.
Well, and when he gets upset too, right? Like, he will turn it on and you will see a really good back check where he tracks guys down. He tracks the puck down very well. Now, you don't see that very often, but when he gets upset, you can see it come out in his game. And if he does that during the playoffs, he's going to be a beast.
So we just need the entire Avs top line to get real mad between Mikko and Mac.
Maybe not Mac. I don't know.
No, you don't think so?
I think that's probably...
When he loses, it's cool.
Yeah.
He loses... I'm trying to think of the word for it, but it takes away from his game a little bit.
His composure.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying on the one hand. On the other hand, sometimes when he gets mad, he just goes through 3 dudes and scores a goal. So
it's got to be like that controlled anger.
Yeah, channel it a little bit for sure.
Yep.
We lost the camera. Oh, we're back.
Wouldn't it be if one of us was missing on set?
Just
Like a
gone.
murder mystery.
David Blaine. Beyond Miko, the thing is, you want the top line to get mad because I think you really don't want your second line getting mad.
That's a fair point. I don't even want to go there.
Yeah. Don't get mad, Nas. All right?
Yeah.
Don't do it in the playoffs, buddy. You don't want it. So, not a ton to play here for the Avs. On the Pred side, they're without not Roman Josi. They're without Juuse Saros.
Yes.
Yep.
So, big question mark in goal for them for sure. What do we expect from the Predators tonight? Because they have 2 games left. They're 1 point behind Dallas. Dallas has 1 game left. If they lose tonight, Dallas is in the driver's seat for the 7 seed, the first wild card. If they win tonight, they're in the driver's seat for who gets to not play the Avs in the playoffs, right? So do you expect a big push, or do you think Nashville just kind of live with it?
No, I think Nashville is going to push here. They're going to want that 7th seed, and it's just in case, right? Like, let's say if this happens, everybody is going to lose their mind. But if they were the A seed, they beat the Avalanche, then you play the winner of the Wild versus the Blues. Versus if you're on Calgary's side, if you're playing Calgary, then you would play the winner,
Edmonton, yeah.
LA Edmonton. So if you're looking at the easier route to the finals, that would be the easier route to go. Do I think that that's feasible? Not really, but I mean I think that's what they're looking at though as well.
Fair enough. Meghan?
Even with goaltending as a concern, they're a great team, and they match up pretty well with the Avalanche, and I think we can expect Matt Duchene to at least get a goal.
Of course, the ex-player curse will come into play. Rocco's injured or back in the minors, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing tonight.
I think he is in the minors.
Did he get sent back down? That sounds right. Anyway, the other conversation here with Nashville is, of course, Cale Makar versus Roman Josi. A conversation we've had a million times, but my question is, they get to go head-to-head tonight. Can this game significantly sway Norris Trophy voters?
I don't want to insult myself and people in the line of work that I do, but I just don't know how much sway a single game will have on the people making that decision. But I think that it should, and I think this is going to reveal a lot of what has made Cale Makar good all season. We haven't necessarily been surprised by his consistent play because it's just that. It's been consistent, whereas Josi has come into his game, it's the recency bias. I think either you or Jesse have been talking about that. And I think we're going to get a great look at the Cale Makar we've seen all season, maybe in a more national level. People will take note of that. I don't know if it'll sway a lot of people at this point.
Okay, Blais, I'm sure you're hoping she's wrong about that.
Yeah, I think this head-to-head probably means a little bit more because there's going to be people focused on this game just for that, just to see, because it is so close that maybe it is one of those things that sways it just enough to, make you vote one way. And the other part of that, too, is just the fan bases. I think, they'll become more vocal. You'll see it a little bit more. It kind of rises to the cream of social media for if you're following hockey. And that could sway some voters if they're kind of like right on the edge there.
Did you make a burner account just to tweet some things tonight?
I mean, I have a few burner accounts, but I'll just do it from my account.
Blais doesn't care. He'll burn it to the ground.
I don't know if you've ever seen my Twitter, but it doesn't really matter. I'll say whatever.
I think when you're looking for that national, like what you would really need to sway, someone in chat said, yeah, if Cale Makar has like a 4-point night or something, that might get some attention.
Yep.
I think the other thing is a highlight where he puts Josi on a highlight reel, or the other way around, to be fair.
That'd be fun.
If you see Makar like go between Yosi's legs and or something like that, I think you could get a little bit of something going on there. Blais, you brought up the fan bases. I think it goes well beyond Makar and Josi, certainly on the Avs side of the fan base. People remember the Nashville series, the first year they made it into the playoffs of this run. They remember that a lot of people are not very happy with PK Subban, who was there at the time, and otherwise with Nashville for some of the play in that series. Obviously, the Matt Duchene factor, nothing to the Avs and their fan base when it comes to wanting to beat that guy. So I'm curious how motivated the Avs are tonight. We talked about the Preds. They have all the reason in the world to be motivated. Is there a little something extra against Nashville for Colorado?
I think so. Looking at the games, I want to say it was in December. That game was filled with chaos.
The sickness one?
Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 15 skater one in December.
The 50s game
Yeah.
one is what I'm thinking of. So there's a lot, I'm sure, of motivation to write what happened there. And with Mikko coming back into the lineup, they have a lot of tools to do that tonight, too.
Yeah. For what could very well be a preview of the playoff series that ends up happening in round one, you have the 15 skater game, and you have a game that ended in overtime off of a too many men call. So it's hard to take a lot out of the head-to-head record of these teams right now, and this could be the closest we get to an even playing field, sort of. Yes, no Saros for Nashville. Yes, no Newhook, no Landeskog for the Avs. But can you take anything out of the regular season series between these two teams?
No. I mean, the only thing I could say is the Avs kind of now could play, if we win this game, we're deciding who we want to play. Right? If they really want to take,
It's not
they
a
want Nashville.
full decision. It's not official.
No, not
but yeah,
full decision, but they can sway.
for sure. It changes the math pretty heavily.
Yeah. So, like, that might be something that they could be getting up for if they really think, like, look, they're missing their number one goaltender who has been their best player on that team this year.
Yep.
And right now, basically you have two AHL players as your backup goaltenders right now. And one of them has not played well. Against Calgary a few nights ago, just collapsed in on himself.
Bad.
Played pretty bad the last time the Avs played them. They shouldn't have been in that game, and I think they lost in overtime because they came back in that game. Is that right? I'm not sure.
I'd have to go back and
I know
look,
it's been a long season,
there's like 1,600
anyways, like
games in here.
if you think, well, they're not going to get their goaltender back, is he going to be back for game one, or if
It's like 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah,
it's an ankle injury.
They're being a little coy about it for sure, but I don't think he'll be back if you had to ask me.
Yeah.
So
You're looking for all of those little advantages when it goes into playoffs.
That's
You're not
true.
trying to be like, oh, we'll play whoever is there. It's you. There's a team that the Avs want to play, and I think you'll find out who they want to play tonight.
all right, I'm gonna ask you then, who do they want to play?
I would want to play Nashville.
Okay, Meghan.
I was leaning more Dallas.
And Dallas is the funner storyline. There's definitely more of a slaying the demon feel, I think, against Dallas. I'm going to ask you again, Blais, but this time I'm going to say, assuming health, who do you want?
So you're saying
If let's say Saros is
back?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you go Dallas. I mean, he's that big of a factor right now for them.
Goaltending's huge.
Watching that Dallas Vegas game the other night, it was like, both these teams suck, man. Both these teams are not good hockey teams by any stretch of the
That
imagination.
shootout. Oh,
God.
That was rough.
Poor
for everyone.
Can we, I put this out on Twitter, but prayers up for Logan Thompson. Like, oh my God. Dude makes 14 of 17 shootout saves across 3 games and doesn't win any of them.
somebody took the shootout and just put the Titanic music to the
Is it
end
the
of it.
bad recorder version of the thing?
No, but it should be.
Yeah, we're going to do multiple shows on Vegas in the offseason when it gets there. I guarantee you that much. So anyway, we kind of already hit on our second topic of control here, but as we were saying, the Avs do have some control over who they play in the first round of the playoffs. I do think you'll see the Avs kind of continue the energy they had against the Blues the other night. I think certainly Bednar appreciates a little bit of a ramp up into the playoffs.
Yeah.
We'll see with the back-to-back tomorrow. I'm sure they don't want to overextend their guys, but nobody likes to lose, right? No. even in games that don't matter, you'll see teams get competitive. So All right. I heard Blais has something special for us on the bets. So
Well, we kind of talked about it a little bit here. So let's pull up the graphic here. We're going to go with the Cale Mary. All right. Because that's what we need for him to happen tonight. I think if that happens, he wins the Norris. I'm a happy person. My kids are happy because they're going to hockey camp this summer.
Well, there's no way the odds on that top one are correct.
That shouldn't be goals.
Yeah.
That's
shots. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, 2.5 goals is not minus 160.
For minus 160.
No
so,
shot.
again, we've got over on goals, minus 160. This is where you make your money right here. The over on power play points at plus 160. Now, Avs power play has been looking deadly. The Predators are, I think, 17th on the PK right now, so they're kind of slipping a little bit as well. So could see something happen there.
If you're a real gambling degenerate, you would parlay all of these.
You can't.
They don't let you.
I was trying to create a parlay that I could use, but yep, couldn't do it. And then over on half assist, and then over a half on points. So if those things happen, that last one's just, I mean, it's minus 200, but that would be free money.
One power play assist from Makar just pours the money into the bank with it, and then get a couple shots and you're good. I want to see a goal. I want to see, genuinely, I want to see Makar make it interesting with 30.
Yeah.
In the last couple games of the year.
Nice round number.
Yeah. He needs 3 and 2, which is doable, but not easy by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll see if he makes it interesting. It's one of those things where you're digging for stuff that the Avs want to play for at this point, right? They're probably not going to win the President's Trophy. Florida's should win that, barring catastrophe. They don't have anything to prove to anybody, I think, after their last game. So, is there anything else you're looking for out of this game, Meghan?
No.
No injuries.
That's a great point. No injuries.
Definitely. That's rule number 1, I think. It's been rule number 1 since about March.
How many guys do you need to ice a team?
Officially?
Yeah, officially.
I don't.
Thank you, Yahir, for letting me know that it's 5 guys and a goalie, so it's 6. You're wrong.
So you don't. I don't think there's any rule against playing like a man down.
Okay.
I think as long as you can ice 3 players, well, I guess it'd have to be 4, right? Because 5 on 3 is as low as you can go.
I mean, is there a world where you take 2 or 3 players and to say don't even come for this trip against the Wild?
I mean, Vegas did it they had to do it because of cap restrictions,
Yeah.
but Vegas absolutely did it last year where they didn't ice a full roster for their second to last game of the season or something. So I don't think they will.
Yeah.
But I don't know that anyone would stop them if they did. I'm sure the NHL wouldn't be happy about it.
No. That's why I'm wondering, like, what is the minimum there that you could do?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to actually go look in there. I'm sure there's like some required minimum or something. But also, like, if there's a required minimum, you just write dudes' names in and then send them straight to the locker room after puck drop. I don't know. Anyway, we are about 10 minutes away from puck drop, so we are going to get out of here. It's not a national game, so you can actually, get puck drop on time. That's usually a plus. We will be live post game. Be sure to tune into that. It'll be the 3 of us, and Evan will be joining us as well, calling in. So should be a fun post game. I know apparently everyone's been begging to see the couch. I guess
Evan and the couch.
Yeah, with the couch. So be sure to tune in for that alone. We'll have everything breaking down for you post game, no matter what. We are out of here, and we will talk to you. Yeah, there will be watch-alongs all playoff long. Every single game.
Yay,
you will see me
couch.
watching along. We are out of here, and we will talk to you after the game.